Monday evening, which means it's time for a visit from our friends at Sweet Buffalo. Paula's Donuts is selling what they're calling Star in the Sky donuts to benefit Western New York Compassion Connection during Childhood Grief Awareness Month. Each Star in the Sky will support our region's first family grief center. Joining us now to tell us more is the team here. Thanks so much for joining us, guys.
Thanks for having us. Happy to be here.
It is so important to talk about. We were just chatting a little bit more about this. First off, can you explain to people who might not know, what is the Grief Center?
Yeah, so the Grief Center is called Western New York Compassion Connection, a center for grieving children and families. It is a service of PUNT, Pediatric Cancer Collaborative, and so for any origin of loss. So we really scaled up. You know, we have done bereavement support for families who have suffered a loss to pediatric cancer for over a decade. But we saw the need and we saw the power of peer support in grief through our work at PUNT. So we were able to secure a state grant to open Western New York Compassion Connection. But again, it's for any origin of loss, peer support for grieving children and families. And a big part of our mission is grief support to children.
Mm-hmm. November is Childhood Grief Awareness Month. I think a lot of people might mistakenly just think, well, children are resilient. You know, they might not be as perceptive as adults or be as connected to their feelings. But you guys say the data shows otherwise, that children are aware of what's going on. And in fact, this carries on into long-term effects.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. We learned in our journey to open up this grief center that 1 in 11 kids in Erie County will lose a parent or sibling before the age of 18. That could fill the Key Bank Center with bereaved youth right now. So there's a lot of kids out there who are kind of on islands and really struggling. We also kind of discovered the at-risk nature for some of these bereaved youth. Bereaved youth are 175% more likely to develop substance abuse disorder as an adult. So, you know, it's not just hurt feelings. We understand that there's a lot more and there's a lot more layers to it. So.
Yeah. So what you guys are doing really matters. And because of that, I want to now turn to something positive that is happening in the community for your benefit. Can you share a little bit about what is happening with Paula's Donuts?
Yeah, so we were so proud to partner with Paula's Donuts. They were, you know, they've always embraced what we're doing at PUNT, and they knew the importance. They came to our grief center, and they were really inspired by what we're doing there. And so for Childhood Grief Awareness Month, they wanted to do something special. So we all sat down and came up with this beautiful idea of Star in the Sky. Donuts. A lot of what we do at the Grief Center is that continuing connections, helping people to remember their person who has died, to keep that relationship active and important in their lives. And so we felt this was a beautiful reflection and extension of that. So that's why they kind of have this galaxy look to them. And we have paper icons at every Paula's Donuts. So if you want to go and kind of actively remember somebody that's important to you as your star in the sky, you can write their name, and they're putting them up on the walls at each of their locations. And then all the proceeds will go to benefit the programs that we offer at Western New York Compassion Connection, which are completely free to families who access them. There's no charge. Even what we do out in school communities for children, you know, we're a public charity raising those monies to be able to make that impact. So.
It's amazing. Kimberly, how important is it to do something like this? I mean, who doesn't love Paula's Donuts, first and foremost? So perfect way to get a donut. But also you're combining food, which people in Buffalo love, while doing something good, which is something also that people in Western New York are known for.
Yeah, Paula's Donuts is really amazing. They've been really good to me since I've met them this year, and they help numerous charities every single month. And so when you go into Paula's, you feel good about, you know, purchasing your donut or your drink, and especially for an amazing cause to help, you know, the PUNT and the Western New York Compassion Connection. They are doing amazing things. You know, we never expect to lose someone we love, especially at a young age. Mm-hmm. And these kids really need you. I lost my own stepdad when I was a teenager, and I had no resources to get through that time in my life, and it carried on into adulthood. So maybe if I had this center to help me through my grief, it would have helped me a lot.
That is so true. People who are interested in supporting you guys, maybe getting a donut, when can they do this until, and is it at all Paula's locations?
It is at all Paula's locations through the month of November, which again is Childhood Grief Awareness Month. But that's a wonderful, you know, way to remember that. But we will keep that going year round. Every day of the month will be Childhood Grief Awareness for us at Western New York Compassion Connection.
And really quick before I let you go, if people are interested just in giving a donation, maybe not buying a donut, maybe they're watching themselves before the holiday season, but they still want to give back. Can they do so?
Yes, yep.
Yeah, we have a website. It's WNY Compassion Connection.org. You can go there for more information. And there's also program information for people who may have lost somebody. You know, that's very important to us, that this is obviously a fundraiser and it's something that is going to raise funds for a really good cause, but also the awareness for people who might be out on the islands, you know, need some support, just to know that that's there. So
That's a great point. Thank you all so much. Such an important topic. I'm so glad that you are here today to talk a little bit more about this. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank
for
you.
having us.
Kimberly.
Yeah.
Absolutely.